What's up, y'all? So, happy Thursday, and I'm coming at y'all on November the 5th. This is the 5th non-stop November. Lord, I got a bouffant tonight, child. Honey. Well, anyway, don't worry about the bouffant. Let's just do that. So, you know what? Maybe I'll get down and lay down here and do this video for y'all. So, all right, so let's talk about this. Okay, so y'all saw the title, right? So, I was watching a video. I was watching a YouTuber's video. And they, by listening to the voice, the flamboyancy in the voice, you could tell that they were gay or transgendered or whatever. So, somebody had, kind of looked over and actually saw the person that went with the voice. And they made a comment, and they was like, them faggies gonna bust hell wide open. So I looked and I'm like, really? And how you know all this? Like, what? Do you have a heaven or a hell to put anybody in order to make a statement like that? Because if I'm not mistaken, all sin weighs the same. So how they gonna bust hell wide open, but yet fornicators are not gonna bust it wide open? Or liars, or people that steal, thou shalt not steal and lie and fornicate and all that stuff, commit adultery and stuff. Yeah, so, so that bothers me when people be trying to say that a certain group of people is going to bust hell wide open. They not going to bust it open no wider than anybody else that sins. All sin weighs the same. Okay, so you just can't pick out the part in the Bible that talks about abomination or whatever the scriptures that they try to use against gay people. It's scriptures in there that apply to everybody. Okay, not just, if you sleep with a man and you're a man, or you sleep with a woman and you're a woman. It's a whole lot of other scriptures now that speaks about sin now. So we all gonna be up in there busting it open together, child. I mean, let's just keep it real, be honest, and keep it real, keep it 100. So I don't like when people say that. And I hate people who really, really bash people who are different. I'm just going to say that. You can't bash people for the choices that they make in their life. Because the truth of the matter is, if you have children, okay, you do not know what your children are going to become when they grow as adults. And it might not even be as long as waiting until they're adults. I mean, you have these children that are in school, in high school, that are gay. So it's not even about waiting until they become adults. You have some children that are in school right now, and in high school, middle school, whatever, that are openly gay. So if you hate gay people, then what are you gonna do if your child ends up taking that road? Are you gonna hate your child? Or are you going to love your child but hate all the rest of the gays? I mean, like, I don't get it. Like, because you never know what your child is going to end up being. It's nothing that you can do to stop your child from being gay. Like, it's nothing that you can do. So, I mean, I know a lot of parents try to blame themselves when their children end up being gay, but it's not your fault. Like, you can't control the feelings that an individual person has within them. You can't control what they feel when they see a nice looking guy walking down the street. If you have a son, you can't control how he feels when he see a nice looking, muscular man walking down the street as opposed to a woman who got big boobs and a big butt. Like, you cannot control what they're going to feel inside of them and what they're going to be attracted to. Okay, so if you hate gay people, be careful, because your child might end up being gay, your cousin, your father, I mean, anybody in your family. So are you going to hate your family members? And I'm specifically talking about if you have kids. Are you going to hate your children if they turn out gay? If you one of them people who bash gay people and oh, child, they going to bust hell wide open. What you going to do about your child if they choose that life? Are you going to disown them? So you have to love people no matter what their choices are, because you don't have a heaven or a hell to put them in. Okay, so you can't judge people. And that's just like as far as race. If you are a person, if you are an African American and you hate, Caucasian people, what you gonna do if your son end up dating a Caucasian girl, or your daughter ends up dating a Caucasian man? Are you gonna disown her? And if they have kids, are you gonna disown your grandkids because they chose a race that wasn't their race? Like, I don't get this whole thing about people hating, different races and people's sexual preferences. Because like I said, you never know what your child is going to be. I was watching, what's his name? Jacob Kahanor. And I'm not sure if he made this statement or if it was somebody that was on his show. And they were saying, so don't quote me on it. All I know is the person said either it was him himself or whoever was on his show on that particular video. And they said that when they told their dad, when they were an adult, when they told their dad, they came out the closet and told their dad that they were gay, the dad response was, I know already. I knew ever since you were 5 and 6 years old. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, apparently, I don't know what dad saw, when that child was younger that made him believe that maybe he was going to be, gay. I don't know if he had, like more feminine tendencies when it came down to, I don't know. But his dad said that he already knew. So you just don't know. Because sometimes this flamboyancy type stuff, it comes out in children when they're young. I don't know where it comes from. It don't have to necessarily mean it's because they've been around too many women in their life and not enough men. I don't know what causes any of this stuff. And I'm not to judge, okay? I'm not the one to judge. I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in. So I can't say who was born with what, how it started, or why they're like that. All I know is you cannot control a person's sexual preference. Even if you've raised them, you can't control that. So stop hating on people who are different from you, because your child might turn out to be or to do exactly what you hate. Your child gonna end up showing you something. I'm just saying. So you can't hate on people because you don't know what your child is gonna bring home, child. Okay? So this is my nonstop November the 5th. I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, the gays are not going to bust hell open no more than fornicators, liars, cheaters, adulterers, gossipers, all that kind of stuff. All that stuff weighs the same. It's not, oh, the gay is much more worse. It's all the same thing. And all the same thing is called sin. Okay? So we must go and bust it open all together. Okay? I see you. Okay? I see you there, because come on, stop that. Stop it. On you. All right, well, anyway, that's my nonstop November 5th, child. Bye, y'all. I'm a little booth point. Child. It's a time of the lamb.